Will shopkeepers catch them? Next on News Channel 5 at 6 o'clock.
This is Mark Kaler in Martin County, where there is relief that Richard Brower is behind bars. We'll tell you about plans to bring the double murder suspect back to Martin County.
And I'm Tiffany Kenny with News Channel 5 continues how to keep your car and yourself protected when shopping this holiday season. That story plus a whole lot more when News Channel 5 continues.
Now, live from your news leader, WPTV, West Palm Beach, Boca Raton, Fort Pierce. This is News Channel 5 at 6.
Hang on to those handbags. As a holiday shopper, you should be thinking about safety, not just sales. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jim Sackett.
And I'm Laurel Sauer.
Our top story at 6 o'clock tonight, keeping an eye on crime on the busiest shopping day of the year. It's not only the time to say, charge it, 'tis the season for criminals. And the last thing you want is to lose a purse, a present, or your holiday cheer. News Channel 5's Tiffany Kenny joins us live now from Palm Beach Gardens with a few tips on how to protect yourself at area malls this holiday season. Tiffany?
Well, Jim, as in any situation, the best weapon you have is your common sense. And now during the holiday season, shoppers need to take those extra precautions that oftentimes we tend to forget about. And they need to be taken in places like this parking lot when walking to and from your car. Julie Barron is the perfect victim. With 2 children and a stroller, her hands are full.
It takes longer to, put the carriage in the car and the children in the car. So you try to shop in the daytime also, which makes things a little easier.
Easier, but not necessarily safer. Day or night, young mothers and elderly women are most likely to be preyed upon in a parking lot. And experts say during the holiday season, all shoppers should consider themselves potential targets. Part of the problem with parking lot crime during the holiday season is that as shoppers, we're distracted. We're not thinking about who may be lurking in and around our cars, but about those shopping lists and whose present we forgot to pick up. And oftentimes, that makes us vulnerable targets.
You want to see if there's anybody that might be loitering into the area.
Dave Gregg is security director at the Gardens Mall. The most important tip he passes along, be aware of your surroundings.
You want to both look into the front seat and, probably more importantly, the back seat, again, to make sure that there's no person that's concealing themselves inside of your vehicle.
Some other parking lot pointers include keep your door locked, keep packages out of sight or hidden in the trunk, walk quickly to and from your car, and if you can, walk with a group. And finally, park in a well-lighted or populated area. Friend Kozenchuk does, and in fact, once she gets to her car, she wastes little time securing her safety.
This is the way we do it, and we lock, and I'm going to lock the doors. Have a nice day.
Now, after a long day of shopping, we are all very tired. Our defenses are down, and that, of course, though, is when we are most vulnerable. So again, be aware of your surroundings. Hopefully that will ensure that everyone has a safe and happy shopping season and holiday season.
All right, thanks very much for the good advice. Tiffany Kenny reporting live tonight from Palm Beach Gardens. Laurel?
Well, 'tis the season for counterfeiting, and merchants are certainly guarding against getting stuck with any bogus bills. Although Miami is the leader when it comes to the amount of funny money being passed, there are also problems in other Florida cities. High-quality color copiers are one reason for the increase. So scanners like this neon light reflector are being used now to pick out the phony bills. And this pen, when used on fake bills, shows black ink. On real bills, it's a neutral color. But most people agree that the best way to pick out the phonies is the old-fashioned way.
The eye is going to catch any dullness to it, unclear lines, and then the feel of it is a certain type of paper, and you can almost feel the fibers in it because there are some blue and red fibers in it.
Now, banks frequently use money counters to check bills for authenticity, but do train tellers to visually detect bad bills. However, there is no foolproof machine or method for determining a phony bill. Well, store managers and owners seem to be pleased with the shoppers' turnout today. Many stores in our area opened their doors by 8 o'clock this morning. The Palm Beach Mall seemed as busy today as on a typical Saturday. Some people came ready to shop till they dropped and had their bags full by mid-afternoon.
We did good, real good. I thought everything that we saw was a real good deal today.
The day after, they got really good bargains, so I try to go ahead and get it as best buy I can get.
Store managers expect tonight will be even busier than today. Most stores and malls have later than normal hours through this weekend.
Animal rights activists don't want furs on your shopping list.
These mink were killed by anal electrocution. Ouch.
Today, they staged this rather unusual sidewalk fashion show in front of Saks Fifth Avenue in Palm Beach. It's part of a nationwide protest targeting retail stores which sell furs.
I think that people need to be educated so that they can know exactly what goes on behind the scenes of fur farms, trapping for fur, and things like that. Because a lot of people just don't know what exactly is happening to the animals.
This is the third year in a row animal rights activists have staged what they call Fur Free Friday. Protesters also demonstrating near the Palm Beach Mall today. Several of these women carried signs showing their distaste for war toys. They say they're concerned children are becoming preoccupied with killing games.
And we're out here to help persuade people not to buy violent toys because we feel they're really dangerous to our children's health. Violent toys only promote violence.
The demonstrators urge shoppers to pass right by the guns, tanks, and violent video games and select toys which stimulate children's interest.
The man accused of shooting his in-laws at point-blank range has waived extradition and will soon return to Martin County to face murder charges. 26-year-old Richard Brower was arrested Wednesday night near Woodruff, South Carolina. News Channel 5's Mark Kaler has been following this case. He joins us live now from the Treasure Coast with an update tonight for us. Mark?
Well, Laurel, detectives now must decide if there are other people who helped Brower in his flight from this area. And they must also devise their own tough security plan as they try to bring him back to Martin County. 26-year-old Richard Brower told the Palm Beach Post that police attempting to arrest him would be in for a war. But a South Carolina SWAT team arrested him without injury Wednesday night.
He had the handgun in his possession, and he ran and tried to get back into the home that he had rented, and SLED agents and Lawrence County deputies were able to tackle him and subdue him without a serious incident.
Martin County Sheriff Robert Crowder says up to 4 other people could be charged in the case, perhaps with helping Brower evade police. Detectives knew he was armed and running out of cash.
We were fearful that he might try to commit some robberies to gain money. But just everything that occurred up there, we don't have a total picture of yet.
In Golden Gate, Brower's alleged victims, John and Sandy Cassidy, were well respected. Neighbors are glad an arrest has been made.
He could be, roaming around the neighborhood trying to get a chance to get to their home, and God knows, his mental state, what he could have done.
John Heisler actually met Brower one time.
Well, just like his attitude, he's like a smart kid, I just didn't like him, just to get that first impression of somebody.
Brower's threats naturally made people in the neighborhood a bit more nervous, but they could also indirectly pose some logistical problems for the deputies as they bring him back to Martin County. Law officers will not discuss the security precautions for obvious reasons, but Brower will have to travel back to Stewart under the closest guard possible. It appears he'll be coming back early next week. Now, Brower is in the protective custody unit at the Lawrence County Jail in South Carolina. Authorities there say they fear he may try to harm himself. Laurel?
All right, Mark, thanks for that update. Mark Kaler reporting for us tonight from the Treasure Coast. Jim?
Tonight, police are still on the lookout for a hit-and-run driver. It happened last night here in Lake Worth. Police and rescue workers had to peel wreckage away from a telephone pole. Officers say a car ran a stop sign at 2nd Avenue and North C Streets, ramming another car in the sign and pitting it against the pole. The driver was airlifted to the hospital. The other driver fled, and police are tonight still looking for him. And an elderly resident remains in critical condition this evening after the car she was in was hit and knocked into a canal. It happened last night here at the intersection of Military Trail and Boynton Beach Boulevard. The crash sent Murray and Hilda Beinstock of Delray Beach over the median, across the sidewalk, and into the water. Witnesses jumped into the water to save the couple. Murray Beinstock was treated and released. So far, no charges have been filed in the case.
Straight ahead on News Channel 5 at 6 o'clock, some anxious moments for boaters in Jupiter.
And we'll also show you a special school giving students a second chance.
Dodge Caravan is America's favorite minivan.
Why?
Because it's always being improved. This year, both driver and front passenger airbags are standard.
Why?
To meet 1998 car safety requirements. Which is also why Caravan now has additional dynamic side impact protection. And there's an available integrated child safety seat that reclines.
Why?
Ask your mother.
See the new Dodge at your local Gold Star Dodge dealer today.
You're watching News Channel 5 at 6 with this area's most watched news team. Jim Sackett, Laurel Sauer, meteorologist Kent Earhart, and Pat Murphy's sports report. Only here on your news leader, WPTV.
500 children in Palm Beach County are HIV positive or have AIDS. Connors Nursery in West Palm Beach provides 24-hour crisis care in a loving, home-like atmosphere. Whether a newborn or a child of 6, medical personnel who specialize in pediatric AIDS care give hope to these innocent victims. Visit Connors Nursery and get involved.
Believing in our community is just the beginning.
Lytle and Ryder, attorneys at law, committed to our community, the United Way.
Whoever said Christmas is for children never shopped at Office Max. The toy store for us big kids, where you save as much as 30 to 70% every day.
Save on a 2-pack of high-grade TDK T120 videotape with free Pepsi coupon and on Day Runner's classic personal organizer in your choice of burgundy or black.
Why should little kids have all the fun? Take your Christmas list to the max. Office Max. The office product superstore where savings is the bottom line.
Today's the day. Today's your day to save thousands. We're going to sell over 500 cars and trucks in 3 days. You're going to get the best value in America. We're talking huge discounts. We're talking on-the-spot financing. The sale. Check today's post for hourly specials. This is the one you've been waiting for. The sale at Dennis Ronrath, Roger Dean, Ed Morse, and Steve Moore Chevrolet Geo.
With an increase in juvenile crime and an increasing number of broken families, more and more kids need special attention at school.
Yes, they do, Jim, and they don't always get it in large high schools, but they do get it at the Gold Coast Academy, the dropout prevention school. News Channel 5's Andrea Richards shows us tonight how even students with the worst grades can make a surprising comeback.
Meet Mitra Hughes, Montillo Campbell, and Teresa Tangney. They are teenagers struggling with life in the 90s at a special school aimed to keep kids from dropping out of school.
Before I had like D's and F's, and now I'm making A's and B's.
This is the student's second chance.
This was the white parent.
This is the Gold Coast Academy.
Come on, guys.
Students are referred here by other schools.
I just think it's a microcosm of society. Our kids today are having a real hard time succeeding. They don't see the need for education like we did 20 and 30 years ago.
Nearly every student has come to Gold Coast with serious discipline or absenteeism problems. But here, where there are only 425 students, the students tend to do much better than they did in the larger schools.
I like the environment, and it's not too crowded and stuff. I get a lot of attention from the teacher. Like if I have a question, they go over and explain it to you.
15-year-old Teresa Tangney relates best to mothers. Teenage mothers. After all, she's one herself and leaves her son TJ at the school's nursery while she's in class.
You gotta keep your grades up at the same time with doctor's appointments and, all sorts of things. It's just stressful and it's tiring.
Teresa used to fight all the time at her other school. Montillo fought once in a while too. And like Mitra, they hardly ever went to class. Here, they and every other student are taking advantage of a second chance to succeed. In West Palm Beach, Andrea Richards, News Channel 5.
Some boaters learned the hard way. The water was a bit too choppy to navigate near the Jupiter Inlet. Lifeguards rescued 3 people who were thrown overboard after their 22-foot boat capsized. Then a short time later, another vessel overturned, causing 2 people to swim to shore. All the injuries, we're happy to tell you, were minor, and if that wasn't enough excitement, police were called when this device washed ashore nearby. Turns out it's a military signal flare. The bomb squad was called in to dispose of it.
Boy, rough day out on the water today. Lots of waves kicking up out there. Not a good day for, the surfers, obviously. They love it, right? Meteorologist Ken Earhart is next. He lets you know how the weekend is shaping up.
And it's time to pick out that Christmas tree later on News Channel 5. We'll show you what it's going to cost you. And coming up later tonight on the Night Beat, we'll tell you how West Palm Beach's loss may be Fort Pierce's gain when it comes to Highline.
Going on now, Byron's biggest and best after Thanksgiving half-price sale ever.
For the right gift at the right price.
Presenting TGI Friday's special mouth-watering Christmas appetizer. The Holiday Sampler Platter.
Platter.
Spicy, tangy buffalo wings.
Buffalo.
Fried mozzarella and loaded potato skins.
Oh.
Bring the family and friends.
Who cares about them? Gimme.
Christmas at TGI Fridays. Everyone looks forward to Fridays. Offer not available to cartoon characters.
Go!
With 20 improvements, the new 1994 Lexus ES now has a lot more in common with the Lexus LS. Like dual airbags, a multi-adjustable passenger seat, aluminum engine technology, and an electronically controlled transmission with intelligence. And you'll find that even the pricing reflects some of our best thinking. At Lexus of Palm Beach.
Hi, I'm Bob from FBL.
Hi.
I was wondering, what are you a big fan of?
Rollerblading?
Oh, that's a good answer. I'm a ceiling fan.
A ceiling fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just sit around in my house and chill out. Did you know a ceiling fan uses about as much electricity as a light bulb and it helps you feel cooler?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, see, I'm here for a reason. If you just call us at 1-800-DIAL-FBL, we'll send you a free cooling guide.
Okay.
All right?
Okay, sure.
Kent Earhart has earned the seal of approval of the American Meteorological Society.
I don't know, may have to turn the AC back on again. It was getting a little warm out there.
Warm and humid,
Yeah.
too. You got to keep it dry as well as cooler, and it's going to be a warm weekend, and we're going to see a little rain around, but we're out of the weather. At least you have some satisfaction in knowing that the rain's not coming from the same weather pattern that we had when we had all the clouds. And
something new and different.
Yes, at least. All right, let's see what's going on in Lake Worth today. The tourists are back, by the way. You can always tell when the tourists are coming back when we add those Canadian forecasts to our weather roll that we run at 5:30 and 11 o'clock. And all the folks enjoying the beach today with some rather good surf there. And, of course, this lady looks at it as the world's biggest ashtray, I guess. All right, let's see what's happening. The high today, 83 degrees. The low this morning, 71. Normal, 78 and 62. And the air quality index of 14, which is in the good range. 300th at the airport, 100th here. Some showers passing through occasionally. For the year so far, 62.11 inches. All right, right now it's 78 degrees at the airport. Winds are east at 8. The relative humidity at 82%. The barometer is rising. And in Vero Beach, it's 76. So is Port St. Lucie and Boca Raton reporting 78 degrees. All right, let's see what's happening around this here state. 69 degrees, the current reading at 6 o'clock at Tallahassee. 63 at Jacksonville. 73 at Daytona. Orlando, 74. Tampa, 76. So is Key West. And Miami checking in at 77 degrees. Take a look at the big picture on the radar just so you can see that there are showers out there. Most of the activity is in the southwestern part of the state, but there's still more rain upstream, and that's all coming in our direction. So just little specks of mainly light rain. Satellite picture doesn't show that much in the way of cloudiness. Most of it's to our north. They have had some showers in Gainesville, and they could see some more before it's all over with tomorrow from this backdoor front. And, of course, they have the big game there. Here's the front that caused all the problems in Dallas and the Midwest and is still causing problems and begins to enter the Panhandle tomorrow and will be working its way through South Florida during the day on Sunday, so it could certainly bring us a shower or even a thunderstorm. Vero Beach, a passing shower, high of 83 tomorrow, morning low 69. Okeechobee, partly sunny, a little warmer inland with highs in the mid-80s, and in Boca Raton, the possibility of a passing shower. We'll look for the high temperature there of about 84 degrees. A big come on back, I have a whole bunch of maps I want to show you yet. Big astronomical event coming up this weekend in a lunar eclipse that begins at 10:27 on Sunday night. Now, this is a big one. It's the biggest one that we've seen, and they say it's the same eclipse that the Pilgrims saw. Now, it really gets into the umbra beginning at about 11:40 on Sunday night, and then into Monday morning. You have to stay up late. You get the total eclipse from 1:02 to 1:50 a.m., and it should be a beauty. The problem, we may have a few clouds around. All right, now we'll take a look and see what that forecast looks like. High tide coming up at 6:44 in the morning, the sunrise at 6:49, the sunset at 5:27. And for the boaters, southeast winds at 7 to 14 knots. Seas will run 3 to 4 offshore, a light chop on the inland waters. Mostly fair and mild with a few passing showers tonight. Lows in the upper 60s to low 70s, light to moderate east winds. And tomorrow, partly sunny and warm. An occasional passing shower with daytime highs in the 80s and southeast winds at 7 to 14. And your 5-day forecast indicates that those thunderstorms could roll through here on Sunday. Stay tuned to News Channel 5. And first warning, we'll keep you abreast of what's going on. And, of course, the cooler, drier, sunny weather for back to work on Monday.
Yeah, on Monday, right. Naturally. Thanks
How we
very
work
much.
it. Thanks, Ken. Well, tonight you could help police find this week's wanted suspect. She's Leisha Davis. The 23-year-old woman is wanted on charges of felony child abuse. Davis is 5 feet 2 inches tall and weighs 134 pounds. Davis has black hair and brown eyes. Her last known address was on West 32nd Street in Riviera Beach. Davis works in the food service industry. If you have any information about this wanted suspect, please contact Crime Stoppers at 1-800-458-TIPS.
Up next in sports, a live report from Gainesville as News Channel 5 previews the state's college football showdown.
And Nebraska takes on Oklahoma as the Cornhuskers try to keep their title hopes alive. Sports coming your way next.
Tonight's weather forecast has been sponsored by the Folding Shutter Corporation.
Today's the day. Today's your day to save thousands. We're going to sell over 500 cars and trucks in 3 days. You're going to get the best value in America. We're talking huge discounts. We're talking on-the-spot financing. The sale. Check today's post for hourly specials. This is the one you've been waiting for. The sale at Dennis Ronrath, Roger Dean, Ed Morse, and Steve Moore Chevrolet Geo.
Watch. Don't blink.
During Mervyn's holiday sale, you'll save on a whole store full of great gift ideas like these.
There's more.
You'll find something for everyone on your list.
Interesting, huh?
It's time for our holiday sale, so come to Mervyn's.
See you there.
Now through Sunday only.
Get your keys. Go.
How'd you like to meet the 94 Regal SE? 3800 engine, now with airbag and anti-lock brakes standard.
Tell me more.
Cruise, dual climate control, remote keyless entry.
Stereo cassette?
Concert stereo, power windows and locks and leather.
Can you introduce me?
Introducing the very hot Regal SE, $18,995. Hurry into your Florida Buick dealers now before these babies disappear.
It's tomorrow, 10 till 8 at Curtis Field Furniture. Everything's reduced in fabulous new furniture, mattress sets, accessories, exotic imports. Financing's available with no monthly payment till May next year on any in-stock merchandise purchased for immediate delivery, or major credit cards are welcome. It's the first total warehouse sellout through their showrooms in their 17-year history, reorganizing the warehouse with an entirely restructured system for greater service in years and years to come. Curtis Field, tomorrow, 10 till 8.
News Channel 5 Sports is sponsored by your Southeast Florida Acura dealers.
Okay, Pat's here with sports on this Friday night. It's the game of the year, FSU and the Gators.
Gee, I wonder who Laurel likes in this game.
Well, we're hoping to repeat of last year. Blow those Seminoles out, but you never know. It's obviously going to be a tough matchup.
It's one thing I like about you, Laurel. You do dream a lot.
We'll see.
FSU all the way on Saturday. The Gators and Seminoles will renew their long-standing rivalry tomorrow in Gainesville. It's a game both teams hate to lose. Justin Farmer joins us live with a preview of the showdown.
Pat, this is it. This is the night. We're in front of Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, where tomorrow, of course, at noon, it'll be Florida versus Florida State. I heard you say you think it's Noles all the way. Gator fans and players don't think so. This game is going to be a war. When it comes to rivalries, it's hard to beat the Florida State game. The players and the fans know it. Fans definitely know how big this game is. Most started arriving this morning in RVs and motorhomes, decked out in the usual big fun school paraphernalia.
Go Noles, baby, right there! Coming to get you, Gators!
Good game, that's all we want. Good, clean game with good officiating.
If it rains, you can't drown a gator in the swamp.
No matter what the weather conditions are tomorrow, freshman quarterback Danny Werfel will take this field as the starter for the Gators. But Florida seems more concerned with FSU starting quarterback Charlie Ward. He's thrown just one interception all season.
The pressure has been put on us and the linebackers to control the game. And for us to be a great team as well as a great defense, I think we have to do that, and we have the ability to do that also. So we just have to go out and play the way that we're coached.
The Florida Gators are listed as the underdog, but they've won 23 straight games at home, a place they call the Swamp.
They got to come here to Florida Field. The crowd will be our 12th man, and we've been very successful here at Florida Field. So hopefully it'll be that way Saturday.
But right now it's Friday night. People are having a good time. I don't know if many people are going to sleep. They're out in the streets partying, cheering for the Noles, cheering for the Gators. Again, kickoff is tomorrow at noon. Both schools have national championship implications on the line. As usual, it's going to be a fight probably to the finish, even though I know you're thinking the Seminoles are going to kill them. The feeling around here is that the Gators are so pumped up, that they are going to play a great ball game.
Okay, Justin, thank you very much for the live report. Enjoy the ball game tomorrow, big guy. It should be a fun one.
Thanks, we will.
Nebraska moved one step closer to a national championship with a hard-fought win over Oklahoma today. The contest was played in frigid conditions. The Cornhuskers were trailing 7-0 until Tommy Frazier scored on the quarterback keeper. It was 7-all at the intermission. Nebraska put the game away in the fourth quarter with a pair of touchdowns. Here, Frazier hits Abdul Mohammed from 11 yards out. Nebraska is Orange Bowl bound after beating Oklahoma 21-7. In other action, BC leads West Virginia in the third quarter of play, and North Carolina ripped Duke. The Florida Panthers outshot and outplayed the Bruins this afternoon, but they still ended up losing. Florida has lost 5 of its last 6 games. In the second period, Scott Mellamy takes the pass and scores 1-0 Panthers in front. Then in the third, Paul Laus will pull the trigger in front. Florida grabs the lead again 2-1. But with the score tied at 2, Glenn Wesley flips home the wrist shot. Florida head coach Roger Nielsen thought Boston was offsides and went absolutely nuts in the box. The goal stands, and the Bruins prevail 3-2 over the Panthers. Elsewhere, Philly blanked Tampa Bay, and San Jose leads Anaheim in the third period of play. And Lynn men's soccer team won again today in the semifinals. They beat Mobile 3-1. They will play for the national championship tomorrow at noon in San Antonio.
Ooh, they're just rolling right along, aren't
Yes.
they? Good for them. Hope they come home with a big championship.
We hope so.
Thanks, Pat.
Coming up next from News Channel 5, only 28 shopping days till Christmas. Do you have your tree yet? We'll show you which one is most popular in a moment.
It's Levitt's Christmas kickoff sale with the hottest furniture bargains you've ever seen anywhere. That's right, Levitt's showrooms are loaded with new and exciting gifts for the home. And there's never been a better time to buy, because now through Monday, you pay no money down, with no payments till March and no finance charges if paid in full by the March due date. But hurry, Levitt's Christmas kickoff sale ends Monday. Don't miss it.
Love it at Levitt's.
I took my time. I looked about 3 months for a new car. I read that the 94 Grand Prix is America's lowest priced mid-size car with dual airbags, anti-lock brakes, and a V6. Standard dual airbags. Yeah, it's got a lot of room, but it didn't cost a lot. The Grand Prix is $239 a month with Pontiac Smart Drive, and I own it. I think I shopped around more than most people, but I wanted a good deal. And that's what I got with the Grand Prix. Yeah, it was worth the wait.
See Art Moran, North Palm Beach, Sherwood, Delray Beach, or Stewart Pontiac, West Palm Beach.
Some things change, some stay the same. But here, everybody knows your name. Cheers.
Weeknights on WPTV.
Coming up on News Channel 5 at 11 o'clock, we'll tell you about another murder investigation focusing on suspects aged 8 to 11 years old. And in her Medical Matters report, Dr. Kim Crawford tells us about the new chickenpox vaccine.
But finally this evening, while many of you today no doubt spent time buying presents, others were looking for the perfect Christmas tree already. They were doing a brisk business at this lot at Southern and Military Trail in West Palm Beach. They expect to begin selling about 250 to 300 a day at this location alone.
Our best seller is this tree right here. It's a Fraser fir. It's from Michigan, and it has the best smell, and it lasts the longest, and it stays green the longest.
Now here's some tips to keep your tree green. Make sure you water it every day. Experts also suggest adding a crystal or liquid commercial product such as Tree Life or Prolong, which helps the tree absorb water. At this lot, you can expect to pay anywhere from $20 to $200 for a Fraser fir, $40 to $200 for a Douglas fir, and $8 to $30 for a Scotch pine. We can remember when those prices were so much cheaper for those Christmas trees, right?
Where's the hatchet? That's it for us right now. Thanks very much for being with us.
And the snow, right? Go cut your own. We'll see you tonight on the Night Beat at 11, everybody. Enjoy your evening.